If you feel like this,
just tell me what's going on. Is that too much to ask? Carrie, I'm thinking about going to France for the rest of my life. I think about you all the time. No. Correction. I think about us all the time. I am such an idiot.
What the?
I can't get inside. I don't know what else I can do. It was the single most encouraging moment so far in our relationship.
if he does this,
Unfortunately, my New York guy was still seeing other women. All over me, and the next minute he's pushing me away, and I just cannot believe this is happening again. Why is it so hard for you to factor me into your life in any real way? It's about that. It's about the fact that I wasn't even a factor in his decision-making process.
if he says this,
You calm down.
No, you know what? I am so tired of calming down.
Look,
Well, has the woman ever even heard of me?
my mother doesn't need to meet another girlfriend.
You said you loved me.
I do.
Then why does it hurt so fucking much?
if you have to do this,
Fuck.
I'm running around town in a beret, buying your greasy food, and you don't even care if I'm in your life. This is not fake us. This is real. Even if you don't know it, it is. I am a woman. A woman. If this was all I was ever going to get out of Big, was it enough for me? And then at 3 a.m., somewhere between sleep and waking, I got my answer. Damn it!
What? Carrie? Oh, you alright?
No!
What the?
these are all signs that get out of there. Go straight. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Go straight out of that relationship. Hi guys, welcome back to Curiosity Kills, and today we have a brand new video with a brand new topic. This is dating and relationship lessons that Generation Z and some young millennials can learn from Sex in the City. I'll say it again, and I'll probably say it on every video. It's in my personal belief that Sex in the City is one of the greatest dating and relationship shows to ever cross the TV. And I just don't want the younger generation to think of it as just some 90s, 2000 show that they can just discard. Every dating and relationship lesson to be learned can be learned from that show. Now, today's topic will be, what was today's topic be? What was today's topic be? Oh, I know. Does he really want you? This will be how to know when a man really does not want you. I feel like Carrie and Big is a prime example of when a man really does not want you. We'll dive into all the scenarios that played out with Carrie and Big that was flashing red, neon red signs showing her and telling her that Big never really wanted her. He never really wanted to be with her. He did not actually want her.
It should not take 10 years, 2 wives, and a near-death experience
For a man to figure out that if you're the one, if he really wants you, it does not take that. So we're going to dive into, does he really want you? How to know when a man really does not want you? Because sometimes it can be a little bit confusing. But actually, it's pretty clear when a man doesn't want you.
That is so sweet.
And then I was a fool in divorce court.
Yeah, now you're just a fool.
Exactly, which is why I'm never getting married again.
Suddenly, I had to concentrate on breathing.
When a man can tell you that he never wants to get married again, when he tells you that, meaning he felt comfortable enough and his assurity that he has no plans on really committing to you, that he will actually tell you upfront himself that he never wants to get married again. If a guy can tell you that, let me tell you what you do. Yes, you run, because that guy has no plan. He has no plans for you. When a guy is really into you, he will never ever let those words leave his mouth to you. When a guy is really into you, he wouldn't do anything that would sow any type of like discord into your mind that would make you believe that y'all not going all the way. Even if he doesn't know that he wants to go all the way yet, he would still he would not say anything that would make you think any otherwise. So if a guy can tell you that, he does not want you at all.
Carrie, it is serious. We're engaged.
Engaged? How can you be engaged? You have a problem with commitment, remember? In fact, you told me you never wanted to get married again, ever.
Well, things change.
Meaning what? You just didn't want to marry me.
Another way that you can know that a guy doesn't really want you is if he marries someone else after you. If a guy never committed to you fully and then goes on and marries someone else that's not you, that you wanted, that there couldn't be no other clearer sign that this guy did not want you, does not want you. And if you stay in any type of scenario situationship with this guy, he may eventually marry you, which is what happened with Carrie and Big. He eventually married her, but basically he settled for her because she was still around. Like, he was darn near about to die. And so he's like, well, you still here. I guess I'll go ahead and marry you now. It doesn't take that when a guy really wants you. Big did not want Carrie. He never wanted Carrie. He did not see that for her. And when I say he doesn't really want you, what I mean is because guys want you for different things in many different ways. So that's why it can get a little confusing sometimes, because they will act like or will come off and appear as if they do want you. So what I mean when I say a guy doesn't really want you, what I mean is he does not see you as the person that you're not his wife. Point blank, period. Not, if you don't believe in marriage and you don't believe like you want to be someone's wife, okay, then you're not it for him. You're not it for him. And you can be something else for him, meaning you can be there in the meantime, in between time, and he'll get all these other fulfillments out of you, but he does not see it for you. You are not it for him. But here, what I'm talking about is you're not his wife. You're just not. And that's what I mean when I say he doesn't really want you. You're not his wife.
Look, Natasha and
Don't say her name to me. Don't you dare say her name to me. You string me along for 2 years and then you marry some 25-year-old girl after only 5 months?
I did not string you along.
Okay, yeah, right, fine, that's right. You didn't string me along. You know what, I have to...
Another clear sign that a guy doesn't really want you is when he dates you past... I'm not going to put a time frame on it or a time limit on it, but when you feel like a guy is just wanting to date you into oblivion, he does not want you. Get out of there. Like, nah.
Are you okay? Oh my god. It's running up here. Come on, let's get in bed. Is this washcloth still cold?
Yeah, that feels nice.
Good.
You're an angel, you know that.
I'm just doing my job.
I'm serious. What are we doing? I'm talking about us. Life's too short.
heart surgeon in New York, but Big's heart was finally unblocked. In fact, it was wide open. How are you feeling?
Better. I feel like myself again.
See?
I'm fine. Fine. Excuse me.
It was a shift imperceptible to anyone but me. But I knew Big's heart had closed again. Maybe it would reopen in another 5 years, maybe it wouldn't. But I knew myself well enough to know that that's not enough.
If it takes a near-death experience or a guy to be in the hospital over something for him to have this startling realization that, oh, you know what? You are the one. I do see it for you. Get out of there. Now, that guy does not want you. It should not take for him to get hit by a bus and be on his deathbed for him to realize you're the person that I want to spend the rest of my life with. He don't want you. I'm not saying these type of things can't, like, reveal to a guy that maybe you are, the person that they see it being with. But that only applies if he was already on that path. Meaning he was already treating you as if you were the one. And then something happens and then it just solidifies and further, stamps it down that, okay, yes, this is it. But if he wasn't doing any of that and you was getting hot and cold in and out beforehand, get out of there. Another way that you know when a guy doesn't really want you is if you find yourself bargaining or pleading with him.
The thing is, the other night wasn't just about the cigar.
It never is.
I hate that you look at other women. I hate that I don't have a key to your place. You've never spent the night at my place. You can't even make space for me in your bed. And it's not your fault because I never say it. I feel like I'm back in your life and nothing has really changed. And I know you can't change a man, and you definitely can't change a man like you, but I still want something to change a little bit for me. I'm afraid we don't want the same things.
Things like cake.
I want someone who's going to be with me until the end of a wedding.
Okay. I'll stay.
You will?
Yes.
When you find yourself negotiating and trying to bargain with him on getting what you need from him out the relationship, he doesn't really want you. Now, I don't want to confuse that with every relationship has areas where the couple have to teach each other how to best satisfy and fulfill them in the relationship. But that shouldn't be like a reoccurring thing throughout. Like you should never have to keep telling the guy or bargaining for the same things.
Please give me a sign. Please tell me you love me. Please show me you love me. Please commit to me. Please,
That would not be. Those are all pretty much the same thing. Like, please come into this with me. And when you find yourself pleading, begging, bargaining for that, that is a sign to what? Get out of there. He don't want you.
I need a sign. You told me to have faith, but see, I'm kind of losing mine, so I need a sign. Just tell me I'm the one. You don't have to tell your mother or no one. Just tell me. I can't do this. I can't. I love you, but I can't.
So that's it.
When a guy really doesn't want you, is when he'll let you go. Go through breakups sometimes in order to get back together, but now this may be just a personal opinion, it may not be facts, but if a guy is willing to let you go without any, like, he don't even try to convince you that, hey, no, hang in there, stick in there. If he don't do anything like that and he just lets you go, sis, it ain't looking too good. He don't really want you. That's a tough scene to watch. My heart breaks just watching this scene. Like, that's tough. When you straightforward ask a guy and he just can't tell you anything. But that is another way you can know it.
Hey. Sorry.
You're a half hour late. Your doorman thinks I'm a hooker.
Did you make any money?
Not funny. I hate waiting. Here. For you.
There's a coffee shop around the corner. You could have waited. In.
You know what? I'm gonna go.
Oh, don't be pissed.
I'm pissed.
Come upstairs.
You know, if you gave me a key, I could wait upstairs next time.
A key?
Or you could stay at my place sometimes. It's easy to pick my locks.
Yeah. But then I like my bed. That service.
I left the card here for you to sign.
I don't need to sign it. They're your friends.
They're not my friends, and your name's on the invitation, too.
Really?
Yes. It was my first time to get something other than Carrie Bradshaw and guest.
How'd they get my name?
I don't know. I guess Madeline must have asked Charlotte or something. Whatever. If you don't want to sign the card, it's not a big deal. Should I be bothered by the fact that he wouldn't sign the card or I'll hold forever? His forever was as simple as her smile. And suddenly it hit me. Two people were committing to a life together, and I couldn't even get a guy to be on a card with me. Hey, what's this?
Well, just a few things you left at my place.
Oh, thanks. What is it about Big's apartment? Nothing ever sticks. It's like Teflon for women. I meant to leave that stuff at your apartment.
What?
Well, for one thing, I don't wake up looking like this. It's just a few things. And you can leave stuff here. Never mind what I want. What do you want?
I don't know. Let's save an hour. Why don't you just tell me what I want?
No, really, in your mind, what is the ideal living situation for two people in a relationship?
Exactly what we have.
And what is that?
I have my place. You have yours. We're together when we want to be, and we're apart when we want to be.
Like Woody and Mia.
Before Sunyi.
Ever since Woody Allen described waving to Mia Farrow across the park, single men in Manhattan had yearned for that kind of separate togetherness. I felt like the last dinosaur. Was I the one who needed to adapt? Was my view of a relationship extinct?
What's the saying and how it goes? We've all heard it before. When a man tells you what he wants, believe him. Big clearly told. That's about the first time he was actually ever clear with Carrie. He told her what it was that he wanted out of a relationship with her. And that is a way of knowing that a guy does not really want you. When he does not want to merge his life with you, or even shows resistance on merging his life with you.
I'm spending the night at Big's.
God, after all this time, you don't have so much as a drawer there?
Big is weird about stuff.
He doesn't really want you. You are not it for him. With Big and Carrie in this scene, she point blank asked him, and he told her what it is that he wanted. And that was a clear sign that they were not on the same page. And she know, you know what she should have did? Do I need to That's what Carrie should have did. But no, as I was doing the research for this video, I realized Big never gave Carrie a straight answer.
Look, I do want to get married someday. I mean, maybe not today, but I don't want to. I can't date somebody that won't. You know, what's the point?
Definitely too much salt. I mean, it's a little timing. Gotta brown the garlic before you put in the onions. You know what I mean? I thought we were having fun.
You can't change a man, and you definitely can't change a man like you, but I still want something to change a little bit. For me.
Physical violence is never the answer.
I'm gonna go. I've done the merry-go-round. I've been through the revolving door. I feel like I met somebody I can stand still with for a minute, and don't you want to stand still with me?
You dragged me out to a park at 3 in the morning to ask me if I want to stand still with you?
Yes.
What's wrong?
You wouldn't even sign the card.
The car.
I'm afraid we don't want the same things.
Things like cake.
I need a sign. You told me to have faith, but see, I'm kind of losing it, so I need a sign.
What, like those old religious movies? You want a voice from above?
And if that ain't one of the easiest, best signs to know when a guy doesn't really want you, is when he never gives you a straightforward answer, or he never actually clearly defines y'all's relationship. Because when a guy actually wants you, he will try to make it clear that he wants you. It will be clear, and he will try his best to, define things, and he never wants you to be in a state of confusion on where you guys stand. When a guy really wants you, he's reassuring. So if you don't feel this way, get out of there. There were so many signs, Lord, there were so many signs that Big did not really want Carrie. And again, what I mean by that is, she wasn't it for him. She wasn't his wife. He did not see it for her. So hopefully I've shown you all the ways through Carrie and all the mistakes that she made, how you can know when a guy does not really want you, and how to just go ahead and get out of there. Thank you for watching another video. Come back for more.